Dowse, afternoon. It's been a while since we last spoke due to your method of having your coaching staff do your interviews after winning. It's been a while since we last lost as a game. It's 8 games now in the league, which is quite a remarkable achievement, really.
I've done well. It's a lot to do it. The interviews, I do them when they want. It's no problem. But instead of hearing my voice all the time, the last couple of days I've been a bit rough, so I'm able to come in. Managers get this thing of, when things are going bad for them. And this year, well, once you put the players across the white line, that's what you get. So managers, form, everybody wants to take a bit of credit. Managers want to take credit, coaching staff, which I've got good coaching staff. The way the club's run, because it's very well run, support us, which are great. But 95% is players. Players win your things. Players win your matches. So it's all down to players, to be honest. That's why with me, you guide them and you get the best ones to play your way and things like that. But when it comes to turning things around, it's like I say, we have a part to play, we do with stuff and things like that, but it's all down to players. So the players have got to take credit, and the players have got to take credit for coming back the other night and coming back 3 times in the last month and winning games. The players about the turnaround should go to the players, and I'm happy to give them that, to be honest, and they should enjoy themselves in that. So they've been working very hard and doing well, so it's down to them, and everybody's born of it, and I was thinking the other day, like people are saying, Marvin's looking tired and all that, he's looking this. Marvin's come in the side when we got knocked out the FA Cup. He's come in, he's helped change the whole thing around with his pace, with his directness, and what he's done. Just because he can't be like that every single game at 20 years old. Young Sam's come in after a little operation and played the last 4 games. He's knackered a lad, a little bit. But, you got to remember how well these youngsters are doing. Because a senior player had done that, everybody was saying, he's done very well. These young kids are doing well as well. So, listen, we'll decide when I need a rest and we'll decide when the time's right. And, like I say, nobody... usually I would ring up players and say, I'm leaving you out because of this, and maybe give them a little... But I don't have to explain what team I'm picking out in a minute, because whatever team we're picking, it's right. But it's the players that were doing this, not me. So fair play to the players, and they say I hope everybody's digging in at the minute for each other, and I'll be delighted to get my captain back tomorrow. Tom's all right, he got a little knock on the leg or whatever, and we'll have to be a bit careful because we don't want him out, especially for winter months coming up. So he'll be back in the team captain side tomorrow, so we'll welcome him back as well.
Yeah, as a coach, how do you maintain this kind of form? Because it's 25 points from... 21 point, 2 points from possible 24.
Oh.
How do you as a coach try and maintain that kind of form going into the next 9 games?
You see a lot of people put courses down and things like that. You try to stay the same if you win matches. Yes, whatever happens tomorrow, I'll bring my captain back in because he's the best player I've got. Him, Sam Crovers. You see, you can get players. I've got some blinking good players at this club, good players. But I wouldn't fancy going into games without Sammy at the minute because what he's given this season. And I wouldn't fancy going into many games without Tom Bonner. But that's not just me praising them or whatever, because the rest of the lads have done very well, but that's how I feel. So, except for Tom come back tomorrow, it'll not be that much difference, the team, because people have done okay, but have they done anything to say that should be in a team? So what you do, you mix it up again, you sign a player, and you try to make it even stronger. I think Christian Campbell's back in contention tomorrow, Luke Allen's back in contention tomorrow, Tom Bonner's back in contention tomorrow. So there's 3 players straight away, so somebody's got to miss out on the bench, somebody's got to miss out whatever. And yes, they'll be frustrated, and they'll be frustrated with me, but it's never bothered us, because at the end of the day, you put a team out who thinks going to win games, and that's what I'm doing at the minute. And yes, I've got some great players on the bench, but how can I drop a team that's just won 7 in the spin, or 6 out of 7, or 7 out of 8, or whatever it is? You can't do it, so it doesn't matter who you are and what you are. I can't do it. The only thing is, we done well against Slough the other night, but we still didn't look right at the back without Tom being in it, and that's how it looked to me anyway. If we did, then I could be having a different conversation. But I missed him as a captain, and we missed him as a leader, and that's not me, because I give him as much stick as anybody I do. But I need him, and his mate next to him needs him as well, to be honest.
And another good result tomorrow could put yourself in contention for the Manager of the Month award. What would that be like to achieve just in your 3rd month at the club?
I would like to get it, because we've got the way I'm thinking about it, we've got 2 great physios here. Groomy, who's 60 tomorrow, so we'll have a quick drink with him. It's my daughter's birthday as well, so on Sunday, so I'll let it dash back afterwards, obviously. And Barry Bell, who hasn't been well, he's been in hospital. So if I wouldn't have managed that month, for example, then I'll give it to him. So I'll drive up to Cambridge, I think that's where he is at the minute, and give it to him. And he's been a really good servant of his club. So I'm dying to do something for him. So it makes her like we're still thinking of him, and I think that's the best way of doing it, by giving her awards. So it'll not be a May award, it'll be his. So I'm sure the directors will come with energy tomorrow. I'll certainly come to the ground with energy with my staff. If the players can add that energy and the supporters and join into that, hopefully we can give Barry like something he deserves, you know. So that's what I would like to do.
Yeah, looking at the squad, what is the current injury list looking like?
I think it's alright. They say Bonds is alright now. Luke Allen's had a scan, he's alright now. Christian Campbell's alright now. So we've got Smudger. Smith's signed for another few months till January, which is great news for us because he's getting better by the game, doing great. You know, JJ's in the team now and all that, you know, from Oxford, and we've got everybody Mertens come in, done well the other night, and you know, Luke Coulson come on and done well the other night. Pierre's come on, been excellent the other night, really good. Charlie's been a revelation, you know, and stuff like that at the minute. So people like Wally miss out and David miss out, and I just got to go with what it is, you know, and stuff like that. Stephen had a very good game the other night. Sam's been excellent. Marvin, like I told you, 2 centre halves. So they're all digging in, like, you know. If I missed anybody out, you know, like Samir and all that, you can't really miss them out, can you? But it's you know, so it's one of them. It's great having a fit squad, and I won't really think about it much tomorrow. Of course, we've got everything written down against Weymouth, where we'll be up for it on our good manager Bobby, and he'll be up for it, and we'll have people like Ben Gavin on his side, who was with me at work and who helped us get promotion there. Good players. So I'm expecting a tough game, but I think I would like to give all my energy into it tomorrow. Hopefully everybody will come with the same thinking and get the 3 points to get the award. Not for me at all, I'm not bothered about that, but to give it to Bobby, who I think would look to have that, and I would look to have him too. So hopefully that's what I'm looking for. So the injuries are fine.
Yeah. Looking around the club, the academy this week has had a couple of articles posted with Ben talking to the media.
I was going to back because he mentioned poor the lads and all that, you know. Like Elliot's coming crying on the floor because he never mentioned him. Leo and all that has as well. Even our young Sam, who's helping out, on his knees, seeing he wants to be saying he hasn't mentioned him either. And our Tony, who's been here for freaking 90, 60, whatever, he hasn't mentioned anyway about that. Elliot's come in and said, but no, listen, all the lads I mentioned there do a great job, and we push them through, and you know, I'm very impressed how we are and how we run it and stuff like that. And like you say, they never, you know, we might leave all the 2 academy out tomorrow. There's no pressure playing them. I'm not into that. But if they're out there, and I'm coaching about under 13s, I think tonight, or some under 13 team tonight in the area. Now it's pointless having this, you know, academy and Kent sides and you know, whatever goes with it. The sides I'll probably come watch tomorrow morning. What's the point of having them if we're not going to use them? But we're going to use them if they're good enough. But it's a two-way thing. If we can show keenness that we want a local kid from the street to play for our football club, and we can show keenness that we want to be part of what we're trying to do here, then great. But with the 2 lads there, and George and people like that, who's come in, and Ali and things like that, who's come, young Tom, you know, and Jane as well, who's made the first team appearance this year. This has got to be good enough. And they showed against Tooting Mitcham, who a lot of them done well. To make that next step up is difficult, but you know, Marvin's done it, and you know, and Sam's done it very well. So why not? I think they're just 2 examples. But they've worked very hard, and the academies work very hard with them. So you know, we don't work us and them. We don't have, oh yeah, we should be playing, and he'll not talk behind my back, and I'll not talk behind theirs. It's very much a joint thing where we talk together about it, and I say I like him, and all the rest of it, and he push this one into training. It's part of like growing together, but we all get on fine as well. Get on, I think they're good lads, and we get on very well. It's just I just think Elliot's very jealous of Ben, of the publicity he's got in the last couple of days in the paper.
On the women's side of things, last Sunday,
brilliant.
You were in attendance.
Yes.
Reached the first round. What did you make of that?
Oh, brilliant, man, you know. Like, the 2 managers are unbelievable, you know, like, you know, and stuff. So I'm absolutely delighted for them, you know, and it was great. Like, not because against work, it doesn't matter. Well, I know some are working ladies, and they're nice as well, but I could see how much it meant to the girls, you know, winning the game and all that, you know, and you know, and I was desperate for them to win it. Of course I wasn't. To win it like that and how professional they were, and you know, I had to put 19 shots there. Goalkeeper was a man of the match, and afterwards my mates who I used to go to, Blackie, who I used to go down when I was manager working, used to pop in, and you know, all the girls come back. I was quite humble, to be honest, you know, because we sort of said he's put a spread on. He put a great spread on for him, and we put a bit of money behind the bar for him and that, you know, and the girls. But everyone come back, every single one. That meant a lot to me, that, you know, and the manager and Macca made sure that happened and all that, you know, and the girls were a credit to the club, and we ever looked after ourselves, and we ever played, and the way of it all. As people, I can tell, have got a great atmosphere there and stuff. So I'm just delighted that like I say, Con and the girls are all spot on, and like with Macca's coaching now and the way they do things there. They've got a fitness coach and all that as well, who does little physio, and stuff. And I look at them and I thought they looked unbelievable on the day. They looked professional, everything they've done. And afterwards, how they handle themselves, having a few drinks and how they handle themselves as human beings, I thought the girls were great. So, well done the girls. I'm very proud of them. Nothing to do with me whatsoever. I'm just there to support. I just go there and show me face to let them know that we care about them as well, and we're delighted about that. And we've got a home game against Ascot to have coming up, so we'll be flying into that one as well. So well done the girls. I'm very proud of them. And
on Saturday, they are match sponsors for the game against Weymouth. It's going to be a great occasion. 22 degrees. It's going to be sunny.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's going to be 22. A great occasion for all the fans to get down and support us for that 9th. Hopefully, again, keep our unbeaten run.
Cool. So that's all I'm asking the fans to do. And I said why I would like the result to go to. And obviously with Terry being 60 afterwards, he looks about 75. So he's 60 and all that, and stuff. And with the girls being there as well, hopefully that'll be extra special. And it is a club I'm trying to build, not just a football team. I nearly done it at work and before the COVID hit, and that was my biggest Achilles heel, really. I'm trying very hard to do that here, and I'm determined to do it. So if everybody's backing and everybody's help, I'm sure we can do it.
Brilliant. Cheers, Dowse.
Thanks very much.